Morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys? Good morning. Do 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 do. Let me cut the volume here because I think you got volume. Magic World. That's who I was looking for yesterday. How are you? I'm like, where's the guy that likes my stuff? I forgot your name, man. I know who you are. I just forgot your name. I'm doing good. This is life. What else? What else can you do? You got to be doing good. Just want to come on here and just talk to the daytime peoples. See what they're up to. Gina, how are you? Now disregard that thing. I know it can be annoying in the background there when you see that thing, but I don't have another monitor here, so it's difficult to see, you know, just to keep tabs on what's going on over there. What are we talking today? No, I'm just nothing special to talk to about today. But if you missed it last night, I just want to reiterate what it is I'm doing now with this channel. Gina, is that a man or a woman's name? So I just want to reiterate what I'm doing in terms of this channel, the new direction. Cool thing with this new technology I have right now that you're watching, you probably can't tell the difference. But it is a huge difference. A huge difference. Good to see me again. I've been here almost every single day. It's good to see you too. Well, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. BCCX, what's the future? Oh, I don't know. If I had a crystal ball, I might be able to answer that. You know, when they launched it, it looks like a good project, but you know, there's a lot of stuff happening. So I don't know anything about what's going on. I really don't. I'm in the blind, just like I've always been in the blind, not knowing anything about what's going on. So I've got some BCCX and I have some BCC. And we'll see what the future holds. As a matter of fact, let me see what the price is on the BCC currently. Yeah, it's hovering around $3. So, you know. So I just wanted to come on here and explain to you guys, you know, my new direction here with this YouTube channel of mine that I've built up over the last 3-4 months. 297. Yeah, yesterday got up to actually 312. I seen it. So this, what you're watching right here, is a new type of broadcasting system, which I believe is going to be super exciting because I plan to talk about other things with other people. Because this is a multi-person platform, which is cool. So, you know, things such as ICOs, maybe, for example, these are things that interest me. So, you know, anything goes because this channel is about keeping it super simple. So you guys know how I relate real life into crypto. There really isn't much difference, to be honest with you. Some people make it like there's a huge difference, but not really. So I like to simplify it. But in essence, what I want to do, and I want it to just come out here in the early day time because everybody's from different parts of the world. Which part of the world are you from again? Magic world, and Gina as well, if you don't mind. It's pretty cool. My name's on there. I like it. And I just came to address those people because everyone's got different time zones. Tell you a little bit more. Hey, there's Nightman. It don't matter what time zone he's in. He is. I don't think Nightman actually sleeps. He's a vampire. Well, wait, vampires sleep during the day, so not correct. Yeah, so I wanted to come out and just say, the new direction of this YouTube channel that I'm going to be taking is exciting to me, I think, as long as it gets some traction. I haven't been actively doing any videos. So, if you guys don't understand YouTube, you should be doing some videos in order to get some traction and momentum. But I've taken down those videos a long time ago, I'd say a month and a half ago, because it has no relevance anymore. Tutorials about BitConnect or whatever have no relevance to today's thing. So I don't want to confuse anybody in the search results, etc. No. I've taken that stuff down, deleted it all actually. And so I'm going to continue forwards now with, again, continued with my journey, which, let's face it, we all have to make money somehow. And there are people just looking for jobs again and going, some people that lost their jobs or chose to quit their jobs because they were so excited about, the future, which quickly changed in a heartbeat, just like crypto does. And so, it's pretty depressing as well for a certain amount of people, because when you got your hopes, that you're going to change your life and then things start changing, well, it kind of changes your whole perspective, and you got to go backwards instead of forwards. I like going forwards. I don't really like going backwards. So with that being said, this whole channel is going to be dedicated now to pretty much same thing in terms of keeping it real, keeping it super simple, interacting with the people on board here, as well having more people talking as opposed just to me. An ability for you guys to Germany, okay. Ability for you guys to ask questions to panelists, okay. And actually, Nightman demonstrated that yesterday inside here, how I can quickly bring any one of the people in the chat, if I want, into this stream. So you got multiple layers whereby you guys in the chat can actually hear another perspective or ask questions that are relevant. So I really see this going forward is pretty good. But here's the deal. Like I was mentioning originally, the channel has now 3,000 subscribers. And when you're not actively doing videos, well, then YouTube don't really promote you so much. So it's more or less essentially almost starting over with, obviously, with you guys, though, in terms of already having an audience, because I've never gone away, basically. That's it. See, me and Nightman were just trying to figure out, and you know what? I watched a little bit of the live stream that I did yesterday, and you did say, Nightman, you did say magic, but I didn't hear it. Okay. But yeah, as soon as afterwards, I'm like, magic, man. He said magic. Because, yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Magic. Magic world. How's your world been, magic? Has it been magic lately? Who else is in here? We got 8 people. You know why? This is getting less and less at this time because a lot of people are now in the real world focusing on real world things. It's depressing time, actually. That's the truth, I think. It's difficult because real jobs, people have to find, get out there and grind. And this is what I was talking to you guys about in terms of community and faith. essentially I think that's what's going on is, and I'm talking crypto, not just one particular coin. I'm talking crypto. Um, when Bitcoin is doing that side type thing, and actually yesterday, let me see if I can share my screen. there's only 9, but yeah, go ahead for it. King, the magic world is the king of likes. You want to have this guy in your stream all the time. There's K Beagle. What's going on, man? So we'll let this build up a little bit. I got to repeat myself again. But, let me just see if I can share. Let me see if I can, hold on one sec. Let me just see if I can share that thing. I'm just trying to get a hang of this. I'm already doing much better than last time. So let me just share this screen here. There, that's better. See? Here's the deal, guys. Basically launched this platform last night. First time ever using it. We made some mistakes, etc. Learn from the mistakes. And the only way to get better, as you guys know, is to continually do something over and over. And, don't be scared of making mistakes. So here yesterday, you guys see that I drew this channel. Okay, actually, this is the 4-hour. Let's go to the daily. Okay, just to give you guys, I don't know, can you guys see that okay? The problem with this is that here's the problem. I got to get another monitor because I cannot see the chat. So let me just turn around here for a sec and see if I can see. Now, why is that doing that? Give me a second, please. Okay. That's weird. Okay, 1 second, please. There we go. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. Okay. Now I can turn around and look at the situation. Okay, it's a little bit different than the other thing. Nuclear War Boy. There you go. How's it going, man? I think I got your message there. Yeah, you're right here right now. So I'm turning around, just looking at this screen to see that you guys see everything. So yeah, you can see it's been on a downward trend. I drew that channel yesterday, and you can see, guys, that it hit that top end, which is right here. It hit that top end again, guys. You see? So, first off, I'm not a chart reader. I'm not a trader, but I get by. You know what I'm saying? Get by with some very, very general type deal things that you guys, anyone can do this kind of stuff. How do you do this? Simply go to the left here and you create a parallel channel. Then you post it wherever you think, looks like the most hits. And in this case, oops. And then you just click on it and just delete what you did. And so I basically wanted to touch, these points here. This is a daily chart. So every candle represents a day. And then here in the bottom, I just went by, see touching here, touching here. So, generally speaking, it's a good channel because it's keeping within. Now, there's been some higher lows, etc., meaning you see it's not touching the bottom of the channel, which is a good thing, showing upwards movement, but still on an overall look at this, the market's still going down. Now, if I look at this real closely here, you will see, and this guy's is a daily, but let me just go to the 4 hours. It's the same kind of deal. It's hitting that line. You notice it's hitting that channel and coming back down. So the channel's pretty well good, okay? But it's running into limited room here because there's another kind of a support line here that's maintaining itself as well. I drew this one like, I'd say 3 days ago, this yellow line here. This other line you see here, the little tiny dotted line, that is simply, actually, I think there's a way to draw it too. Get a sec. Yeah, there is. Yeah, so this line here is a support line. There's another support line that I got and resistance line. And then this little one right here, this one with dots, that's simply the price line. So, but right here, you notice that that maintained itself. Okay, now we're getting technical. Eh? See how this is cool, right? You discover things. So, you know, this is a daily candle. So chances are it's going to probably come down a bit. But as it comes near this zone here, it's going to have limited, you know, it's going to have some limited space to move. Unless it drops below this line, which is a somewhat of a support line, which will change again the whole like thinking. This thing might go up, etc. You guys follow what I'm saying? So anyone can do these things. As a matter of fact, TradingView right here, tradingview.com. This is a free account. When you log in, you sometimes get some pop-ups and stuff, but this free account will allow you to do just basic, you know, just to get a basic view on it. Let me get rid of this here. Clear all drawings, and let me see. I guess stop that. That's better. Yeah, yeah. And so I guess we're talking about the charting thing here right now. I guess might as well. Let me see what's going on. Nothing. You guys, yeah, you guys are watching, so we're cool. So yeah, you move it left to right, and now I can move it up and down. But when you, like, for example, when you refresh it, you're basically locked. You see how I cannot move it side to side and up and down. And these are things that took me quite a while to figure out, right? But you got to just simply move this a little bit, just a little bit if you want. You can move it a lot, but just move it a little bit. Now you're able to move the chart the way you want it, like this. Okay. And then I know there's a way to make things bigger. It's just simply go down here. There's another way to do it, but anyway. And I guess I can show you guys this again if you guys really wanted to. Actually, there's a way to hide. Let me see if I can hide me because I'm in the way. There's a way to hide, and I can show you guys how to do that thing. Give me a second, guys, please. I think there's a way right here. See this hide? I don't know if you guys see that. Yeah, in the very top there. So I can just simply click hide, and now it's hiding. Okay, and that's pretty cool. But now how do you show it? That's interesting. Okay, so I'll get back to, hold on, there, view, no, okay, so you can hide the lines as well right there. And I just forget how to undo hide parallel channel. Okay, so I can do this, but that's not the real way to do it. So let me just show you the parallel, guys, just so you guys can get you can do anything, horizontal line, etc. But the parallel channel, kind of when you're going on a down thing like this. So I just grab this line and just throw it on there. Don't be scared to throw things on there. And kind of, you can see right there, it's kind of just touching everywhere. Okay, now you can move it, but I'll just do like this. And that's pretty good. Now what I'm looking for, I'm just looking, you see it's touching here. I like to touch the candles. And it's touching the wick there, so it is kind of representing. As well, once you got it on there, you can make it bigger and you can adjust. Now, why didn't I go based on these? Well, because that was just something that came out and back in. So this is more of a line that's showing consistency. This one just, you know, popped up and popped back in. So it's not really, to me, it's not really a solid support. This one's more of a support because you can see it's touching. It's not wanting to go over. And I'm just going to adjust here a little bit so that we get like that. So it's nice there. And then here, you know, you could move this one, for example, just a little bit to capture the bottom of the candles. A little bit, because I like the candles. And what I mean by candles right here, you see that? It's touching the candle, not the wick so much, and it's touching here. And it gives a better range here. Okay? And so now I can just move this, and you guys get to see what that looks like. And I don't know exactly how to pull up the other thing, but it's there somewhere. I could just simply go undo scroll. No, not undo scroll. Let me see. Hide. Okay, but we're just showing this one. The other one is there somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Any questions on that? Okay, hold on a sec. Let me stop sharing the screen. Okay. Okay. This is how you become familiar with this kind of stuff, guys. You got to dive in here. I really like this technology because it allows you to really have a class, I guess, teach school, whatever you want to do. Like, I mean, this is the best way to communicate, I find. Okay, by the way, do you know, I think I found an ICO with a real world use. I will put it in a shared document. Okay. Now, see, you're looking for real world use. And to me, step number one, that's cool. We're going to look at that. We'll look at that. But to me, the first step is not even looking at the real use. I want to see who's backing up the use. So community and faith, that's the first thing. And I don't know how exactly, like I was showing you guys inside there, you know, focusing on social media, etc., what people are saying on YouTube, etc. This in fact is social. It's community. It's people, because that in essence is what drives the price up or down. I repeat myself a lot of times, but it's the truth. It's the truth. So that's the only thing I really care about, because when you're going into an ICO, when you're going to any coin, because a coin is essentially initial coin offering. It's the same thing. It's a coin. So, but when you're going into any coin, you want to look at, so initial coin offering really is going to show you the root of the project. Basically, essentially, the people originally like, oh, I love that idea, right? So that's kind of giving you a really basic, raw idea of who's interested in that ICO. So if you do a search on YouTube and you do this and that, and you don't find much interaction happening, that's one sign, an indicator. The community isn't big enough yet. Might not be big enough. It might be too nichey, too small like. And so the price, which is the only thing I'm interested in, because when I get an ICO, I want the price to go up. That's the point of getting in an ICO. For example, I don't want to mention platforms, etc., because I don't want to create any, negativity. But that platform that I talked about in the last couple of days or whatever, it is now sitting at $1 with very little movement. So the ICO stage, pretty much last people getting in was approximately $1, let's say. So the upward thing shows you that the buying, because it's all about buying, right? The buying from the people isn't really happening, because the faith in that continuation of it is it's not like you can put supply and demand into it. That's another factor, but that is nothing to do really with the community. Because if I tell you, listen, I got 3 apples in this thing, and you love apples, and I got more than 3 people in the room, and everybody loves apples, there's the supply and demand issue. So that in itself creates urgency and creates, but in essence, it creates faith that those apples are going to disappear. That's the faith talking. So those apples are going to disappear. I want one. So I rush into it. And that's essentially what you're experiencing in the ICOs. It's there's only a certain amount of apples, man, I got to get in there. And so that urgency is there at the beginning. But the whole purpose of getting those apples is because that those apples might potentially be worth more in 30 days or whatever, or 10, 15 days when they release it. But if the rest of the community ain't like feeling it, that's the faith, ain't believing it, then there's going to be no price action. You know what I mean, guys? I mean, that's it. Like, but complicate the whole thing. You can. So looking at usage and looking at a project that looks cool and stuff, that's one step. But to me, I would rather focus on the most important, which is, okay, that's a cool idea. How many people looking at this thing right now? Oh, there's quite a bit. There's some conversation going on. That's showing me already potential, okay, of price movement in the direction we want it to go. Does that make sense, guys? Hello, Delera. Hello, Anonymous. But you know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to break it down to levels that like I got that down pat. I don't care anymore what anyone says. That part I've got. Coin valuation, I pretty much got, because there's so many things, 4, 5, 6 different elements that affect the coin. Okay, yes, true, usage, etc. But this is not the most important. Is coins do not just float around in the air. They are bought and sold by people. Now, the only reason they're sold and bought, or for example, the only reason they're bought is because you see something of value in the coin. The reason why you sell is because you predicting or assuming that the valuation will be falling. So your faith is that it's going to fall. That's why you sell. Okay? Because if you believed that the coin value was going up, you would hold and buy more. It's very simple. Okay? I get they're posting the pictures and stuff, and I get what you're saying, but the most important one is step one. I don't care if they're legit, that they got a great project, and all this stuff in terms of, right? I want it to fly. I want the community. There's enough community. That's the only thing I look for at the beginning. Really, it's the only thing I'm really trying to get a barometer on is what community? Okay, this is the coolest little. There are some ICOs, for example, that are like talking about certain things, like computer geeks, maybe you, I don't know, might be excited about. And to me, I don't understand it. So it makes no sense to me, but those guys are super excited. But how many of those guys are super excited? Because that's essentially the only ones that can get excited about it. Because if the rest of the world don't understand it, it'll never go beyond that little, that little range. It's just not enough. I hope that makes sense, guys, but because I really like to, I kind of like to strip it down to the bare minimum. I don't like to just talk about, just make it complicated. Why? There's no reason. People buy coins, people sell coins. So what you got to do is understand people. It's not coins. You don't have to understand the coins. You have to understand people. That's why my whole channel has always been about people, understanding people. People run the show. The whole world revolves around people. That's why I say outside of crypto, inside of crypto, doesn't matter. The real world, the crypto world. It sounds confusing if you break it down and go, oh, this is a different kind of world. And I say, no, it's not. I'll prove it to you. Same world on the outside, same world on this crypto world. People just make it confusing so that they feel, or so that number one, there's one huge reason. The less you know about something, the more potential I have to know more about it and sell you something, because you don't know. Okay? So ignorance equals opportunity, right? Like, for example, Nightman. Here's a good example. You could talk to me about some computer thing. I show you this, my computer, right? And I'm saying, man, this thing ain't working right. I think I might have a virus. Okay, this is like the fear mode now. Okay, now I'm in fear mode. Man, I don't know. I can't, there's nothing I can do. I'm so scared. I got my QT wallet in there. There's coins in there, man. What am I going to do, man? And I start to breathe heavy. Now, you're a computer guy. To you, you're okay. You're a little bit more relaxed. Okay, let's look at it. And I have no idea. What do I look at? And you're going, okay, we're going to go into safe mode. And what are you doing, man? You okay? Everything okay? So ignorance, I don't know. Therefore, I am now trusting in you, which means now you have much more power to charge me X amount of dollars to fix the thing, because I have no idea what it is you're doing. So you could take advantage of me. Okay, you could take advantage of me. Auto mechanics do it. You know, computer guys do it, whatever, phone people do it. Doesn't matter. If we don't understand it, then that gives opportunity for someone to sound like they understand it. Maybe they don't even understand what the thing is, but at least they sound like it. So your confidence level is, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to pay X amount. It's the same thing. This is life, right? It's the same thing. Coins, I don't care what it is. So here I am in the crypto space. I got to relate the real world to this. Crypto thoriums in the house. Here's another thing, okay? I got this mic. We talked about this yesterday. Plug the thing in the side. I don't think it's going to work because on the Mac, you have one port on the side. This has earpiece, okay, audio, and then this little thing here is the mic, which I have to slip on if I bring someone on board to talk, because it's the whole purpose of this thing. So by me plugging this in here, and there are two ports on the Mac, but the other one, I don't know what it's for, and I can't. I've tried early this morning to plug it in, and it don't work. So I plug it into the earphone piece, and it works because this one has the same 3 rings, okay, as this. This here has the same 3 rings as this, allowing it to work, okay? The only problem is I have no idea what's cooking. So by me even just plugging an external external speaker so I can hear when you or anyone else comes on here, the problem is the feedback, meaning I'm hearing it, but so I think this mic might pick up that sound, and then because of the 10-11 second delay, and watch this, guys, it's pretty cool. I like this yesterday. There's like a 10 or 11 second delay. Check this out. So you guys would be hearing my voice, hearing that guy's voice, and it'd be a mess. So in essence, I think this is what I need: earphones. I hate those things when I've got presenters. So watch this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, sorry, 11, 10, 11. You see how I snapped in the back? 10 or 11 second, approximately, delay. So you guys would be hearing the speaker dude come out here. I just thought I'd throw that in there because it actually relates to everything. It does. It's problems I'm having. So what do you guys want to talk about? Well, I have about 3 spare USB microphones. It's not the mics, right? You might have typed that earlier. It's not that. It's I'm thinking that the sound is going to travel into this. Now, if it doesn't, if this just collects here, and I can hear you still over here with the little speaker, because it can't go through my computer, then it'll work. But I'm thinking that's why those guys wear those headphones, man. Crypto thorium. Tell me what you're about, buddy. What's going on? What are you doing lately? Anybody else in here want to ask questions? Please don't ask the same questions in terms of, what do you think the price of BCC or BCC? Like questions that I can't be answering that because I don't know. I can guess, and what's that mean? It's just a guess, okay? I'll guess Bitcoin for you if you want. Bitcoin, I'm feeling it's going to go down, but the force of nature is back. I am the force of nature. What's going on? I've been good, man. You know, somewhat a little bit sad, but we're still going forwards. I've been looking at trading bots. Oh, okay. Still learning a lot. Also learning about trading. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing that interests me is trading bots. Another thing that interests me are ICOs. Another thing that interests me, well, if you got trading bots, you're going to be trading coins. None of those things really interest me. It's the money that's behind all that stuff, to be honest with you. Sorry, I'm just being honest. But I am not interested in looking at charts all day. In trading, not really interested in that. That is not freedom to me. So listen, Crypto Thorium, never really met. I think you're okay. Would you like, this is just an invitation, would you like to come here on my side right now? You don't have to show your face if you don't want. You can just click no video and we can have a little discussion. And I think people might want to know like certain things. Okay, so you just started or whatever in bots. It's okay. I haven't started in bots. So I don't know nothing really, but I got some questions. What are you feeling, man? You feeling? 17 people watching. Hey, how are you guys? If you're new to this channel, which you probably aren't, but if you are, hey, this channel is pretty cool. We have interactivity happening all the time. I got to watch how it moves too, because this camera is like beautiful, but I was getting seasick watching myself, you know, just judging this whole thing. So I got to slow down with my movement. But yeah, this channel here, guys, if you haven't subscribed, click the notification. We're going to, like, this is real stuff, real interactivity, real questions, real answers, guys. Transparency in terms of, you know, getting some real answers from real people. Now I'm actually talking to, I would not mind audio only. Okay, buddy. So, you know, I reached out to somebody here I've never met, really, just he's met me, obviously, in the chats. I guess I'm going to post the link. No, my goodness, I can't do that. And there's no way to post directly, is there? That's the thing, man. One thing's good, and then the other thing's not so good. Some message says potential spam invisible, live chat message. Okay, hold on a sec, Crypto Thorin. This is cool. This is exactly why I'm loving what I'm doing here. Just give me a sec, okay? Just got to find where I'm at here. Again. And this is going to get better in terms of, hey, man, everything's good, man. Yeah, stick around if you're not doing anything. Don't worry. You're not forced to do anything here. Oh, I remember I got this. I got this. Here, I saved it. Okay, give me a sec, okay? So stick around. You're going to check something out, man. Hold on for a sec. Okay, Cryptothorium, I want you to click that. I think this will be okay. Click that. I might have to take it out of this and put those earbuds on. But click that, and I'll know when you're here on this side. You see, there's a barrier, there's a wall. Now just go ahead and click that link that you see in the thing. There's a wall here, eh? So I'm on this side. And right now you're going to join this side. And then now people are going to listen to what you got to say. Cool. Where's my water? Yeah, click that, and then we're going to do a quick test. I'm going to grab my water in a sec here. Anybody else want to participate in the conversation in regards to trading bots? Crypto McGee, go look, man. I don't know what's up with BCCX. You tell me what's up. I haven't looked at that site for a long time. Okay? Is this like going to be a continuous theme, always asking the same questions about the same things? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what's cooking with any of that. BCC, BCCX, I don't know. All I know is I got coins, and hopefully they're worth something more by the time this thing rolls around. We're getting close to the end of February. Isn't that the roadmap? Yes, I'm still staking BCC. I should almost have like a thing on the bottom that says, I am staking BCC, I'm holding BCC, I'm holding BCCX, and I plan to get other coins as well. Coins are things. I'm a person. It's all still showing my same 21 coins. 21 coins. Mine, okay, yeah, speaking of staking. Oh, just downloading the app. That's okay. Yeah, that's cool. Then you'll have it. So speaking of staking, Yeah, so remember, guys, I was saying, hey, man, what's going on here with this? So in terms of it showing 300 and some odd days. So yeah, no, it's the wait is 4 now and 68 days. So it is working its way down. And so it should click in soon. You're staking? Just got my first staking payment yesterday. Okay, BP. That's cool. Chris Weavers? Man, I'm sorry. Chris, how's it going? It's kind of hard to pronounce, especially on the fly, especially with some names, man. I don't even know how I get caught up in this. Chris, are you interested in bots? I've never talked to you. You're a cool guy, right? You know, keep it respectful, positive type dude. Yeah. If you're on my channel, you gotta be. Or you're on the sideline waiting to pounce on me for some reason. I don't know why. But if you are, droplet investing seems interesting. If you don't know what that is, if you are interested in bots, good morning, Dark Knight Crypto, and you want to ask some questions of someone who just kind of started, this is not, well, he's a special guest to me. He just happened to be in the chat and he just started something with the bots, and good opportunity to ask questions from somebody who actually just started into bots. So he's a special guest to me. He's not maybe someone known, but hey, this is how we roll. We set up shop. I came out here again, and I'll say it to you guys now because I got a lot more people. We got 21 people now. I guess YouTube's starting to pick this up a little bit. BP, are you okay, dude, man? Like positive in my, you know how I roll, right? Because I'll give you an opportunity to come on here too. You don't have to show your face. You can just show the screen and just have audio. But if you've got experience with bots, this is something of interest to me. Right today, I guess we're talking about bots a little bit. You are? Okay, here's the deal. So just come here, go to that link, and you will have the opportunity to shut off the video. And if you have courage, you can turn on the video, which is much more human-like interaction. Don't know what the topic is today. Oh, bots. Chris, are you open for it? I'll bring you right in too. As long as you in the same flow with me, man, in terms of positive, respectful. You know, I'm running the show, so I always have a delete thing, right? But okay, there, you've been running. This is a great guy to have, BP. BP, click that link. Chris, are you open for it? It doesn't matter if you got zero, like you just started with the bot. You might have questions that are great questions to ask someone who's been in it since Christmas, for example. Someone who's been in it, you get my flow, right? This is the channel. Okay, guys, let me go into the spiel of what this channel is about now, the new direction. First off, everything stays the same in terms of how I run this show. The show has always been keep it super simple. That's what KISS means. Kistino. Keep it super simple. And so I like to, any kind of topic, videos that I was creating before, most of the channel was all about BitConnect. Basically, I stuck with one thing. Now I'm moving forwards, and I'm just keeping the same flow, keeping it super simple, respectful, everybody, guys. And so this is like a different broadcast system that I'm doing here on live, and taking advantage of other people in this part of the live stream, as well as interactivity from the chat. I really read the chat. I try to get as much as I can. So please keep the chat clean so that we have other people that can ask questions, etc. And I'm able to see that instead of some off tangent question that has nothing to do really with what we're talking about right now. I guess the conversation is bots. So if you guys got burned too much with BCC bot, but I just listened to your thoughts. No, I'm not. BCC bot, man. You had no control over that. Give me one sec. Give me a sec. I think I got it here. There we go. Hold on. Okay. There, that should do it. Cryptothorium. There you go. Cryptothorium is in the house. Now listen, Cryptothorium. Can guys, can you guys hear him? Can you talk for a second? Because I don't think I can hear you.
Hello,
and
guys.
I'm going to switch this up. Can you just talk? And guys, in the chat, can you just tell me if you hear him?
Anybody? Can you hear me?
Joubert, ask your question right now, buddy. Let's see what you got. You can't hear him? Cryptothorium? Yes, you can. Okay,
good.
guys, so hold off because I can't hear him. So I'm going to have to take this off and put the other one in. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can hear you perfectly, my man. How's it going?
Good, and yourself?
Good, good, good. So you guys can all hear me and him, etc. Correct? Let me put it on gallery view. Well, you can't see him because he's hiding behind his name. He's standing behind his name. How's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let me just look at the chat for a sec. Yeah, just relax for a sec. I just want to see what's cooking here. There was somebody who wanted to ask me a question. Joubert Deloria asked the question for me, please, so I can see if I can answer it. If it's too long and complicated, I might avoid the whole question period. So what's going on, Cryptorium? You don't have to say your name. That's cool. That's what you call yourself on YouTube. That's all okay with me. What's up? How long you been in? Well, we're talking bots. How long have you been doing the bot thing? You just started?
Okay, so obviously after everything that has happened in the crypto space, just like you wanted to get something a bit more automated and something a bit more decentralized. So I started looking at different bots. And mainly bots are predominantly used at the moment in binary options, and also in the crypto space, but not so kind of widely available. And I came across a particular bot that has really drawn my interest quite a bit, that is actually a decentralized crypto trading bot called Auton, and it has its own coin called NIO, N-I-O. Basically, what it does is it allows you to set up the indicators that you want to use as far as trading goes, and then you can do what's known as a back test based on previous trading flows on whatever exchange you are registered on. And then you can see basically what your settings would have done based on past trading. And then you can apply that to live trading once you're happy with the kind of result you want to get.
Okay,
and that is
one sec for a sec. Cryptorium, how do you spell that? Oh, by the way, if you want to look at the chat as well, so you got me on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know in the top right-hand corner, there's 3 little tiny dots where the chat is?
Yes.
Because it can get confusing because you're watching me and watching yourself. It's the best thing is not to watch. So click the 3 buttons and then it'll pop out the chat.
Okay.
And then just minimize the other things so that you can see the chat. And now you see us, right, in the...
yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, and so how do you spell the name of this bot again?
It's called Auton, A-U-T-O-N.
Okay.
They add the I-O at the end as well as part of the name. So, yeah. The coin that they use to basically fund the trading. In other words, almost like NEO uses gas that kind of thing, is called NIO. So you can see the NIO coin on the normal market cap website if
Okay.
you want to go have a look at it.
Okay. So when was this thing launched?
This was actually launched, funnily enough, as far as I can see, as far back as early 2017 or late 2016. They didn't have a very successful ICO themselves, and so they've basically had to build it up from scratch. But now it's starting to get a lot of traction, I guess, with like lending platforms not really living up to their promises. This kind of thing is definitely what people would be looking for. If you go to that, if you go to auton.io, the website, you will see a full thing there, and they've got a platform for Windows, Mac, Linux, and it basically runs on your computer, and it's completely decentralized. So
I might look at that. I don't think I will do it just yet. Give me
okay,
a second.
that's fine. That's fine.
I want to ask you some more questions and stuff, but I don't
Sure.
want. There's a chat here. There's a question here in the chat. I got to address first. Okay, guys, Joubert, I really thought the BitConnect. Okay, again, you're talking about this. Okay, that's cool. I'll answer the question if I can. Return the amount invested for those who got ripped. I mean, those new investors within the month. Yes, I remember saying this. This is what I heard. I did not hear anything more since that time. Absolutely not one bit of conversation back from them. Okay. I did come on here live. I've been coming on here live for a long time. I don't know if you've been coming around my channel, but I've been live for a long time, over a month and a half. So if you have not downloaded the Telegram app, BitConnect X, BitConnect X_news, do that. That's what I did. But the bad news is I never heard anything back since that time. So that is what, unfortunately, that's where I'm sitting as well. With you guys, the same deal. In the month before it goes down. Now, what's your thoughts about it? My thoughts is this. It's based on community and faith, okay? And then we got another question. I might as well hit these things, guys, because I really don't want to talk about this. Kind of off topic for now, okay? It seems to be always the same concern. I get it. You guys are concerned and stuff. I'm in the same boat. Pretty much, sitting with BCC coins, guys. But now you got to kind of move forwards. But we got here. It's so low and does not fluctuate. When it went to 80, I had hope, but not anymore. Okay. So your question is, have you lost hope on BCC price going back up? No. If I had lost hope, I would sell it right now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I lost hope in the coin, anyone who's lost hope completely would sell it right now. So it did go up to 312 yesterday. Well, it's not a big deal. That's nothing really to talk about. But to answer the question is, yes, I still have hope. Do I know if it's going up or down? No, I don't. And as far as new investors, whatever, nothing's happened, no communication. So I don't think that's going anywhere until I hear from them, which you guys will hear from them as well. We're all users, so get that Telegram, but they're not really using this Telegram. So that's all I got to say. As far as faith goes, yeah, every single day that goes by, I lose more and more faith, not just in the coin. Well, the coin, all it takes to get the valuation up, guys, is just something new, some new project attached to it. And then the faith level of people, you and me, will change. That's all it takes for any coin. Okay. That's why coins rebrand, etc. But in terms of, how they're handling communication, really sucks as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, my faith is going every second of the day. It's going down, 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 down. Okay. So let's see what happens with the end of February and see what happens with BCCX, etc. Okay. Didn't receive any Telegram. When was it sent? Guys, I don't even know if this is official. Okay. Like I said, I tried to give you guys any kind of information I had. So I don't know if it's official, but you go to Telegram. I didn't even know Telegram was until I got this. But BitConnect X_news. That's how you search for it. Make sure you get the right one. It's only got like 3,594 subscribers. And this here is the only thing that I go on in terms of any information. If I don't hear it here, I don't believe it. I didn't see it being sent. I heard it was supposed to be sent. I didn't see any updates on their website. So this is the only communication I've got. So you guys get what I'm feeling? Okay, I don't want to really talk about that anymore because it's kind of hard to keep moving forwards on like projects like Cryptothorium is on here talking about a robot, and we're asking questions about something else. I get it. You guys want to know. You might think I know more. I don't know anything. I really don't, guys. Oh, there it is. He put it on there, Cryptothorium at BitConnectX_news. Okay. I'm holding the coins. I've got them in my QT wallet over the last 15 days. There's like 170 coins over the last 15 days. I got 4 new coins. What does that mean? Well, at $3, not much, but you know, and then it should click in another staking amount. But I'm a coin holder. I never really wanted to be a coin holder. That is the facts, guys. I mean, I don't want to be a trader. That's why, you know, trading bots kind of are interesting to me and maybe interesting to you guys as well. So, okay, back to the normal program. I hope I
Awesome.
answered that. So, Cryptothorium, when did you start using the bot?
Well, I actually just before you left for your holiday, you know, I basically downloaded it and started just doing some back testing on it. And obviously, I'm very new to it, so I'm trying to make sure I understand it better before I delve in and put any money into it.
That, you know what? That's okay. Any form of experience is more than no experience, and right now you've got experience. Whether you can, did you get it started? Were you able to switch the on button?
Yeah, absolutely. After you get what you need to do is you need to invest in some of their NIO coins to actually fuel the app. That's kind of how they do the app purchase in a sense. But that gets, yeah, so you buy the NEO coins and then basically it gets activated. And then you can start using the software.
How many do you need to activate it?
Oh, it depends based on what the market price is for the actual coin. It'll tell you when you run the app how much.
So USD value is what?
Oh, I think it's round about, if I remember, about $20 or $30 or something like that.
Okay. So whatever this is in relationship to this, but essentially it's 20 or 30 bucks USD. You load it up with coins. That's how the coin usage happens. Obviously, that's how it eats up. That's what it eats up is coins.
Yes, it uses its own coin to burn for like transaction fees, basically. So you put in the amount of coins that they ask to get you started, and then you start trading with the bot, and then the bot uses the coins for the fees, and then obviously everything else you make is yours. And you can trade all kinds of different pairs depending on which exchange you have obviously registered on. And they've got a whole bunch there: Bitfinex, Kraken, all the major ones, and then they're also adding the new ones like KuCoin and Binance, and those guys are busy. They're still actively adding and actively improving on it. And they also have a marketplace where they will be making the best trading selections. So people who choose the best kind of sets of indicators and get the best kind of profit, that'll become like a template or a profile that you can then purchase and then use on your app, which will make it somewhat easier for someone who's not as experienced.
Okay. One quick statement here before, because there's people here watching. I don't know how many people. I can't see my other screen. Nevertheless, guys, disclaimer. This is a disclaimer, okay? Don't go out and get this thing. Ask more questions. Find out more. This is what we're doing here. Don't just go out and jump on this thing because it's a bot and it's on here and we're talking about it, okay? I have no idea what it's doing. And this is Cryptothorium's experience with this particular bot. He's just basically started using it. And this is what I like to share. It's not just experienced guys using it. It's people that potentially are like you, who may be just getting involved in it and how difficult it is, etc. You want to know those things, but please, guys, use your own judgment with this, but just don't run, because I plan to talk about this with multiple different products, etc. So crypto thorium.
Yes, sir.
Let me think about the question I want to. Okay, so this works on your desktop or Mac, right? Like on your desktop computer
Yes,
or Mac.
it's a software program. It runs on your operating system, depending on which one you're using.
Okay, and so your computer has to be on all the time.
Well, yeah, your computer would have to be on while you're trading. Obviously, you can set the periods of times that you want to trade and for how long you want to trade and what your limits are. And well, there's a variety of settings and things, obviously, in it. Um, but what makes it nice is you can kind of use data that's already been processed from, like, let's say this last dip that we had with BTC and everything that's just happened. You can trade based on what's already happened and see what the robot would have done.
Okay.
And that can be very helpful.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a test mode, like somewhat of a test. Without even trading, you can grab the bot without money. It's just pretend money, and it's kind of does the trades so that you can see past, or you're talking future.
No, what it will do is you do what's known as a back test. And so it downloads the history of a particular trading pair's performance. And then the bot takes that and uses that with your indicators and gives you kind of like a real time what it would have done had it been real time data. So then you can see, okay, that works. That works pretty well. I can then use this on a live trade, and then you can then use it on a live trade. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Just looking at the chat here, there's some questions. I don't want to miss those questions. Just saw the video. How much do I have to put into this bot? $50 question mark. So it seems that you got to get Neocoin, and it's approximately whatever the Neocoin's worth in terms of USD, 20 to $30 to make it run. But the bot costs money, right?
The bot itself is free to download. It's only the Neocoin that costs you, because that is, I think, what their ecosystem or their kind of economy that you're trying to create is one where the coin itself gains value the more people use the decentralized system. So
yeah, it's a usage thing, right? They're using the coin to run the thing. So that's they're using it.
It's one of the things I like about it. It's true utility in a sense.
Yeah. So we got another question that's coming up is what percentage returns are they claiming? Well, let me answer that question. Yeah. I'll answer that question without even going to the website. They would never do that unless they were stupid. I don't think they're stupid. Yeah. You can't claim any returns because, to be honest with you, you can't. Anything could go wrong, or the market might not do anything. And so none, right? Crypto thorium?
Yes. They don't make any claims about what you can earn. They just show you, basically they leave it up to each individual to tweak their own indicators based on what they think is best. Then they back test it. You can see how it will perform, and then they have to make their own decision from there. It's very much just what you choose to do at the end of the day.
Exactly. So apart from getting this, which costs approximately $20-$30 to load the coin in there and start the process, you have to obviously have money in the exchange before this. It's an API.
Correct. Yes. And there's a video that will show you how to set up the API for each exchange. So you can go in and basically you'll end up having to purchase BTC or whatever you want on the exchange in order to start doing the trading pairs.
But you can do that in the robot interface.
Yeah, so the robot will allow you to set up what you want to trade, but it will use whatever's on your exchange to start trading. If it, you need to obviously fund your account, otherwise it can't make any trades.
Exactly. Another question, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so how hard, first question, how technical type dude are you?
Well, my background is a software developer.
Okay. Now, hold off on that. That's already a lot more than others, because somebody in here might not be software developer. So how hard was it for you to set up, and how hard do you think it would be for just the average person who maybe doesn't have like those technical skills, or me that kind of hates doing all those kind of little tweaks and adjustments, and how hard do you think it would be for somebody that's just normal?
Well, let's compare it to on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say that a normal lending programs at ease of use is maybe 1 or 2. This would probably more be like a 6 or a 7, from what I can see, because you would need to know what is a moving average and what is for example, an accumulative distributed line. You'd need to know what that is. You'd need to know what an average true range is. You'd need to know some of these terms in order to choose which indicators you're going to use.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some self-education that needs to happen. I've been educated of the last couple of weeks by a gentleman that I have found to be particularly thorough as far as technical analysis goes. And he has really helped me understand some of the terms and so on. So it was probably, in a sense, equally as difficult for me because I had to learn, what these things are. But yeah, I think probably a 7 or an 8 for average person.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And just to reiterate in terms of, because I like to share what would I be interested in something like this? And flat out, I'm going to say I wouldn't be interested in a bot like this simply because on my computer, and I have to deal with all those details, etc. I'm not interested. I'm more interested in something cloud-based that's a little bit more easy of use, because I've experienced bots in other things before. And like you're saying, if there's a definite learning curve, it's not something you just plug in and it works and you're making percentages. But we do have another question here. How much did you make is the question flat out. Are you making percentages, anything?
No, like I said, at this point, I wanted to understand what I was doing before I started putting money into it. I'd already lost about $4,000 with BCC, so I wasn't going to just jump it right in without doing my own research first.
Okay, so back testing, how successful were some of the strategies that you implemented? Did it show that
yeah, depending on how much you specify in your back test, obviously, the margins are anywhere between, I'd say, on a bad trade, maybe 5% to a good trade being like 45, 50%, depending on what's happening in the markets. Technically you could trade just on the moving averages and where they switch over. And there you'd already have a 75 to 80% chance of winning most of the time. You wouldn't make huge profits, but you'd be winning most of the time. So yeah, not that many people understood what I probably just said, but yeah, it's
no, that's cool. I'm just looking at the chat here. Monitor behind you confuses. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no monitor. There's a screen now. Maybe. Oh, you might be looking previously. You might want to refresh your thing to be live. Anyway, as well. Hold on for a secretarium. We got someone else on here, and we'll see how Brett. Okay. Brett, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome, man. Nice to have you on the show. Hey, I got a show now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Steph, I guess you have some experience in bots.
Yeah, so I first started with Crypto Hopper around Thanksgiving. It's your cloud-based bot that you're looking for. However, I would try to steer anybody away from that type of platform. It's not a good bot, in my opinion. A lot of people are using it. People have success with it.
Okay, hold on one sec. Did you guys catch that? He said, in my opinion, okay? That's critical, okay? I just want to, because, I don't know who we got here, but it's important. He says, in my opinion. So it doesn't mean it's, a bad choice or good choice. You get it? It's his opinion. For him, that's what he's saying. So just take that into note. Just don't believe any one type person, what they're saying. Guys, take the whole thing. Do research yourselves, etc. Got questions? Sorry for disturbing you, buddy, but I had to break in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. And the reason why I say that is because my experience with it was horrible. It was a beta at the time. They were just rolling into a new version of the bot, and it kept crashing. The market. This is when the market first started crashing. You couldn't get in to adjust the bot. So everybody was losing money hand over fist. It was terrible. So that's when.
Give us a little hit, just for a sec. Give us a little history. When did this thing come out?
Oh man, I don't know how long it's been out actually.
When did you get it?
I got it around Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, what's that? In
No,
Canada,
November 25th.
Canada's different. November 25th.
Well, actually 24th, but yeah,
Okay.
I got it, I think, on the 25th.
Okay, so 25th, yeah. The market was still going, yeah, it's still going up a little bit. Okay. So did you, okay, tell me about when you walked into this crypto hopper deal, how many bots could you select from?
So what do you mean how many bots?
Like, was there only one bot that did one particular thing, or was there a couple different ones that did particular different tasks? Because when you're
Okay.
just kind of jumping into these things, they're pretty much like set and let it go, as opposed to this one here, which
So
is
no, every bot has strategies,
okay.
and they all support different exchanges. So Crypto Hopper has Binance, Bittrex, and Poloniex.
Okay.
And then, like I said, you have different strategies. Now, Crypto Hopper also has signals that you can subscribe to. And these are people who do technical analysis, and they'll send over a signal that'll tell the bot to buy a coin based on their technical analysis. So then most of those are pretty decent. There's some signals out there that were crappy. And that was also some of the bad experience that I had with it. Was one of the signals would, they were good signals. It would just get you at the top of the pump. So you're always buying on the dump. So you'd always end up negative. So that was a downfall of that.
Oh, you're buying on the dump side. Oh, yeah. So the signals, like I pretty much
they were too far delayed.
Yeah, it's the candles is the past, and so yeah, okay, yeah, that sucks. Okay, so what did you do with those signals? Like, did you were you able to do that trade on Crypto Hopper, or was this something apart that you go to the?
No, Crypto Hopper would execute the trade.
Oh, you just press a button and it would execute it, or
You don't even have to press a button. It just sends a signal over, and Crypto Hopper says, "Oh, got a signal. Let's go buy this coin." So it'd go out and buy it, and then it would shoot for a certain profit amount, and it would trail that profit until it started dropping again, and it would sell the coin. Well, the problem was, like I said, some of the signals we were getting were always at the dump side, so the coin had already peaked. So then you're sitting on it, and it goes negative, and you're sitting at like negative 15 before you know it.
Wow. One sec, Brett, because we got someone else that wants to come on live. Hold on. Maybe he doesn't.
No problem.
No. You're gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna stick around here for a sec. Wanderlust. I agree. Crypto Hopper is not the best. I have been using it for 6 weeks now. I use Profit Trailer now. It's much better. Wanderlust or bust. You want to come on board here? We keep it real. We keep it legit. We don't, we talk, we share opinions. We don't, it's a good platform. I want to hear your perspective on it. Do you want to do that? I'd like to have you on here. Would they go short and go long? I think bots, like it's not really, we'll dig deep in a sec. I just want to see if Wanderlust, can you reply here or bust? You can do the same thing. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face, man. But this is just an awesome thing. Cryptothorium, while I'm waiting here have you had any experience with the bot he's talking about, a Crypto Hopper? Cryptothorium is...
No, personally, I haven't. I've seen some other guys use some other bots like Bitbubble and Crypto Advantage, those kind of things. They seem to give you signals, and then you go and trade them on your exchanges. Mm-hmm. But to me, they're a bit risky. So no, I haven't had any experience with Crypto Hopper.
Okay. And Brett, so basically, what's your feeling on that? Like, what do you think went wrong with this bot? Because it didn't make you any money, correct?
Yeah, no, I ended up losing money with it in the long run.
Okay, so what do you think is the problem?
The problem is, well, let me back up here before we go that far.
Yeah.
Binance, one of the exchanges, had changed their APIs. Mm-hmm. So you could not execute against the API from one IP address over a certain period of time. So what they were doing was issuing IP bans. And when you're running a cloud-based bot that everybody is using, it's all coming from the same IP address. So everybody was getting IP bans for a little while. I don't know how they fixed it, but they fixed it somehow. And the only way that I knew of that they did initially, because they did it with Profit Trailer, was they put a delay into the bot so that it would only hit the API like once every 30 seconds or something, or every minute, which is too slow. And I think Crypto Hopper goes like every 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, a coin can change from +2 to -10 in a matter of 30 seconds. So it's too much time, in my opinion. And that was the problem I have with Crypto Hopper today, is it's still 2-minute intervals. Now,
you're still using it?
No. But other people I know are, and I still follow them, and all of them are sitting in bags right now. And when I say bags, that means like double-digit negative.
One sec. Wanderlust, no problems. Yeah, hang around. Subscribe if you haven't, etc. This is the kind of the flow of this channel. It will be the flow of this channel. We want to get educated by people using this stuff. So, Brett, what do you think? How many people do you think were using that service?
Well, in our Telegram group, I think we had probably like 30 active users. But I think there's a lot more out there, and they put up a Facebook group, and I mean, there was only a handful of people up there that were active. I dropped the Telegram group because I just got tired of seeing all the people. I don't know. It's not necessarily negative, but everybody's like, oh, I'm sitting in 10 positions that are all negative, and it's like you just want to scream at them, get off of Crypto Hopper. Yeah. It's not a good bot right now. It's got a long way to go.
Okay. And I have a question for both of you guys. Have you guys ever traded, tried trading yourselves without a bot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay. And just one is go ahead and start in terms of, because this is really educating others. How did that go for you? And please don't, let me ask, okay. Because you know what?
Well, so it went very well for me.
Yeah. But it also matters how I ask this question, because let's say before December and stuff, I mean, you can't go wrong unless, well, you could go wrong because it was going up. Go ahead. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, you just need to learn how to read indicators. So you have your MACD, RSI, stochastics, your EMA lines. You got to do your research. Learn to read the indicators. Know when to get in to a position, know what your stop loss needs to be, and then sell when the indicator hits your mark. It really is that easy. And like you said, with cryptos, it's hard to go wrong because they almost always go up. Even when they go bear for a month, they'll still go back up at some point. And that's one of the things I like about Profit Trailer, which is the other bot that I'm using currently and have been since Christmas. And we can't hear you.
Dino, we can't hear you, bud.
Yeah, your mic dropped out.
Yeah, I think a basic education on how to do trading is the best investment anyone can make in this space.
Yeah, I mean, even using bots, you need to know what the indicators are and how to read them.
That's why the particular bot I was talking about, it can really help you automate some of those decisions you'd normally make yourself, which can be fun. Are you there, Dino?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of static, but no actual sound.
No, still nothing. Okay.
So
can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. I almost lost the
show. We're doing lip reading there for a moment, bud.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So to answer your question, Kryptonite, on bags accumulating with Profit Trailer, you can accumulate bags, but it has a feature in it called dollar cost averaging, where you buy a coin and it drops a certain percentage. You buy more of that coin, and it lowers how far you need to go back up to get back into profit. So the bags won't stay very long in Profit Trailer. Where I see most people run into problems is they don't budget enough for dollar cost averaging. So like they should be maybe trading 3 pairs max. They'll set it to 15 pairs, and then everything goes red, and they have no money to dollar cost average out of a bag. So that always gets them in trouble. So you just can't get greedy with it. Know your limits, and like I said, just get education on the indicators.
In other words, don't get involved in it, man. It's too complicated.
It's not complicated though. It really isn't. I mean, spend a couple hours one day looking at some videos on day trading based on MACD and EMA lines. I mean, you just take a couple hours, and that's really all you need to know.
That's why I got the bot to begin with. Come on, man.
But you need to know how to set up in the bot what values you want to use.
Yeah, I agree with Brett there. You know, you cannot go wrong knowing a bit more about it than just pressing a button, because at the end of the day, you're handing over basically all your sovereign freedom to something to make decisions for you if you don't have any actual involvement in it. Yeah, you are. I mean, you're saying, yeah, take my money and do with it what you want, and you're not actually aware of anything it's going to be doing. It can. I mean, I think it can be dangerous when it comes to trading. Even if we take, for example, the moving averages, the lines that we're talking about, there's about 4 different moving averages that you can easily put on any chart: 8, 13, 25, and 55. And if the 55 and the 8 line cross over, there's a very good chance that you can either short or go long on any flow.
Okay.
As long as you do your stop losses.
One sec, because you're talking about moving averages. Okay. Let me share the thing. You're familiar with TradingView, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Is that available in the free?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that right now. Okay.
And I think you get 3 indicators you can use for free.
Okay. Let's see if that moving average works in terms of getting this right away. Okay. So this is what can you guys see my screen okay, first off?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So indicators, which one are we looking for?
EMA.
So, EMA. Yep.
EMA. Okay. Which one of those?
Well, you're probably going to want go moving average exponential.
Yes.
Up top, second one down. There you go.
And click it 4 times.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense now. So that would
say no thanks.
No thanks. Drop the volume up there. You don't need the volume. Close that.
Close this. Okay.
Yep. And then volume up top.
Yeah.
X that out, and then you can put another EMA line in there.
Okay. So indicators. You guys watching this on the chat, guys? This is essentially moving average exponential, and what we're doing.
No. Yeah, it only lets you do 3. I'm sorry.
Smart Alex, aren't they? So what we did here was just add these here on the side, and now they're going to tell me how to tweak this. Right?
Yeah, the bottom one should be 8. The top one should be 55.
Okay, so not here.
Format.
No, do there you go, the gear.
This is where we're going to get a difference of opinion. Raj, you ready? Okay, so what am I going to do?
8.
8.
Yeah.
And that's it?
And I normally change the color to red because green.
Okay, where does it say?
Go style.
Go to style, yeah.
Okay.
So this is your fast line.
And
so
then,
you have a slow EMA and a fast EMA. This is your fast line.
Okay, so like green like this?
Or lighter green.
Like this, okay.
Yeah.
There it is. And
you can make the line thicker if you want, if you struggle to see it.
And if you want to click on it again, you just guys go over here like this. And then you can make it thicker, like he's saying, a little bit thicker.
Yeah, just drag it once over. Yeah, it's fine.
So there you go. You press OK. And there's the EMA 8.
And then the top one, make it 55.
Okay.
And I make that one red normally, but people don't always use the same colors.
That's okay. We'll do it red. So we get so red and then 55?
55, yes.
All in agreement?
Yeah. I mean, I use different indicators, but 55 is good.
And so the third one we can't put on there, but there would be.
So you'll see the 2 crossover.
Right here.
So whenever the red is on top, we're in a bearish market, which means it's an indicator that you can short.
Okay, hold on one sec. Hold on one sec.
What you're on a 1 day? What?
Oh yeah, this is 1 day. This is a 1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Go
guys
15
use? 4
minutes.
hours? 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, is that what you guys use? Man, come on now.
That's what I use.
This is crypto, man.
Yeah, but this is exactly what I don't want to be part of. Is looking at the screen. Oh no. Give me 1 sec. How do I just? Why is everybody bugging me right now?
Telegram.
Okay, so yeah, so here's the daily, guys, and then so they're saying, okay, go to 15 minutes, and so 15 minutes, then you come down here and you hit this button.
Happened. There you go.
And then you refresh it here, and you can see my big channel here. So okay, so let's do this. So now give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta just check my phone here because okay, that doesn't matter. It's nobody important. It's just another marketer. Okay. So get this here. Okay. So guys, we'll just use a blue for this. So this indicator right here where it crosses that one, is this right here what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, we're looking at red and we're looking at green, correct?
Correct.
You guys seeing all that? You guys see that? Let me just, it's weird.
So when you're going into a bullish or a bearish market, you can either go long or short. So on this particular cross line, you're going into a bearish market. So that line helps you know whether you're coming out of a bearish market and back into a bullish market, or whether you're still staying in a bearish market. And basically, you can trade a short there that would give you probably about, what do you say? It's Brett, eh? Yeah,
Yes.
Brett, what do you say? About 20% or 15% gain if you went short? Yeah. So you could probably get a 15% or something.
Grab the ruler on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left is better. Okay.
Grab that, and then you can drag that down to the bottom to see what the percentage would be.
What do you mean drag it down to the bottom?
Well, click it. Not drag it. Click it. Yeah, click the ruler.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
and then drag it up to where the cross was, because that's where you would start your short, right around there. That's only 4%.
See, we're getting into trading now, guys, real deep here. This is where people get all crazy and confusing. Let me make sense of all this. Because right now I just make it all squares and little squigglies. So this is 15 minutes. Every candle is 15 minutes. Let me get rid of that. How do you get rid of this? Okay.
There you go.
Click. Every candle is 15 minutes. What you guys are looking for, but see, I don't believe a lot of this stuff. But anyway, you guys are probably more technical than that. But technically speaking, this is usually late when it crosses. When this crosses, it's you kind of got to be on your game a little bit. So what it's telling you is what? That you should sell now, but you should have sold anywhere in this area as well, right?
So I have a different approach.
Okay, go ahead, share your approach, and then we'll just.
So all right, change the EMA.
Clear. Hold on. Let me just clear this. Clear all drawings. Okay. Change the EMA. Which one?
Let's do the top one. Change that to I don't know, let's do 24.
Okay. For some reason it's not. Okay, hold on. Come on, man. 24. Okay. Okay.
All right. So the way Profit Trailer works, it looks for dips. It's got different buy strategies, and the one I use is called EMA gain.
Okay.
So what it's looking for is a drop below the lowest EMA line. So for example, where your cursor's at right now, all the way at the bottom there.
Yeah.
So that's your bottom EMA line. Well, right there where that red candle is the lowest point. So what you do is you set a percentage below the EMA line that you want it to trade on. That one there is probably what, 1.5 or something. We'd have to get the ruler to find out.
Oh my goodness. So hold on a sec. I'm just give me 1 second here because of. Let me try to understand exactly what you're saying. What's this guy doing here? Come on, bro. Everybody's texting me. Or not texting me. What do you call that? Tell a thing. So you changed this EMA 24. Is this is the red one? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the
You could
red.
have 24 and 55. It doesn't make a difference. These are all just to show you different averages, and this is a different strategy.
And essentially, what's usually I understand it's where it crosses that you kind of do, or that's when you kind of make a move. But you're saying something different now. You're saying something about
here. Profit trail. The crossing is irrelevant for the way that we're trading.
Okay.
So what it's going to do is buy at the dips.
Okay. Which is here. This is a dip right here.
Yes, that's a dip. That's a very definitive dip.
Okay.
So the object is to get the bot to buy right there.
That would be awesome.
So then when it goes up to go to the very top there.
Right here.
Yes. So you have the green candle. So it's still going up. And then the red candle.
Yep.
It closes at the bottom of the red candle.
Right.
So the bot would see that drop and it would sell right there.
Yeah.
So whatever that is from the bottom to that top, that's the percentage of gain you would make.
Well, this from here to here.
No, from the first where we bought at, the dip.
Yeah, exactly. From here.
So if you bought there to there, that would be your profit.
Okay, so I think I see what you're saying. So let's say you wouldn't buy right at the bottom though. You'd buy in the
it'd buy somewhere in there though.
So and probably at the top end of this one somewhere, correct?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, and so I don't know how to do this. Oh, there. And so this would be approximately here.
Even if it sold at the very bottom of the red candle.
Like this.
Yeah, there you go.
So what does that say?
1.5%.
And by the way, guys, the first time I ever used the ruler. So you see, we're learning right on the spot. Okay. Now I'm getting a little handle of the thing.
So that's how Profit Trailer works.
1.54%.
Yeah.
You guys see that in the chat? I can't see the chat. You can see the chat, guys. I can't see the chat. Maybe. How's everybody on board there or what? Let me see over here if I can.
Yeah, in Profit Trailer, there's no long or short. It's just buy on the dips, sell on the highs.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty much how most people would want to trade.
And that's also how I do my manual trades. Same way.
Exactly. Because you can see them and you can get in and out. Usually when you see some momentum and stuff. Now, I'm not showing the volume here. I don't remember how to get that. Isn't that a good indicator as well, the volume?
Yes.
Yes.
As well as your RSI. So normally you would use a 8 and 55 EMI in conjunction with RSI in order to see, where your total high is and where your total low is. Someone just asked a question about whether we're in a bearish market now. I think, if you compare it to where we started from at 20K, we're definitely in a bearish market, but it seems like it's starting to make a turn. It's more of an uptrend at this point. So,
yeah, overall we're in a bear, but short term we're in a bull.
Oops. How do you get rid of this thing? Okay, so what they're saying, bear is down, bull is up. Bear, this is it for, I don't know, this is the thing when you're dealing in live chat, you're not 100% sure who's watching this stuff. But anyway, there's the overall. You can see it. Just look back from it. You can see it's on a downward trend. That's what they mean, overall trend. And then you can see right now, it's not really, well, it's a little bit, but it's more like sideways now, a little bit, sort of going, it did come up, but you guys think that, see, my feeling is it can still go anywhere. It can still go downwards. Like,
I said, based on everybody that I follow that does technical analysis, they're all saying it's going to drop again.
Okay, so hey, I'm part of that group, man. Awesome.
But then I think he said probably around April, end of March, April timeframe. That's when it's going to come out and go bull.
Yeah, but again, guys, like this is just opinions.
It's all speculation. Yeah,
it's all opinions, guys. I've seen the best of the best say it go one way, and it goes the opposite way. So
and unfortunately, with crypto, there's so much manipulation going on
Exactly.
It's nobody can predict where it's going to go except for the manipulators.
Exactly. The ones that lead the thing. So give me a sec while I get set up here. What do you guys in the chat? Let me see what's cooking here. Any recommendations where to learn trading charts in depth? Crypto Knight is asking.
Yeah, the Filicone guy, or Filicone, whatever how you pronounce his name, he's one that I follow.
Okay.
He's a really good guy, very good advice,
Yeah.
and he doesn't tell you what you must do. He just shows you what he's doing, and he's been pretty accurate on the calls he's made.
Okay, what we've got here, getting it, you're sort of getting it. That's okay. This is a lot to, when you're dealing with trading, it's to me, it's not really a science. It really isn't. I still, I got these guys that understand trading a bit, but I've seen the best of the best, and yes, sometimes they're good, but it's after the fact. Okay, it sort of gives you an idea, like those points, support and resistance lines, gives you somewhat of an idea, but the buying power and the selling power comes from people, and they're very unpredictable. And that's why he's saying whales, because this people that matters. It's power. They've got hold a lot of coins and they can move it whichever way they kind of want against what technically looks sound. But what do you mean about Nightman 1969? What do you mean? What about transaction delay? What do you? I don't understand the question. What do you mean by what?
Are you asking about how long it takes for the bot to place the transaction, or?
Yeah, we'll see what he's got to say there.
Yeah, I would imagine with crypto, there's very little transaction delay. Maybe in the old trading methods, there were delays as far as placing the trade, etc. But
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much instantaneous.
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, API, the API is a connection point between the bot or whatever. It's a communication point that goes to the exchange, and essentially it just buys and sells. I don't think that it knows anything else but buying and selling. And if you don't have enough in the account, then it doesn't really know how much you have in the account, does it?
The bot does.
The bot does, okay. But it's a direct line, much quicker than you probably pressing buttons.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so
in most cases.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, exactly. Unless the Binance changes the thing. So that's in essence. I wrote it down. Change API stuff. So that's in essence what these guys that are creating these type of bots got to take into consideration, that there's automatic like a signal that when some kind of change happens to the API, they just basically shut the bots down, preventing that. You know what I'm saying? That confusion, and then all of a sudden the right.
Yeah.
Oh, but at the same time, you could be midway on a trade and you're trying to get out and you can't now because the API is like, right? You got to manually do it.
Yes, that's happened before.
That's happened, yeah. Confirmations on buying and selling, delaying your trade. That's what he's saying. Confirmations. You guys get what he's saying?
Yeah, no, I haven't really run into that problem with Profit Trailer.
Okay. And profit. Okay, you guys got any more questions here in the chat? But we can talk about Profit Trailer. This is one trader or trailer. Trailer. This is one I've heard about, Profit Trailer. This is a platform that you go on, or is this a desktop type deal?
So it's a desktop type deal, and what I do is I run it in the cloud on a VPS, virtual private server. Costs $10 a month for that, and the bot runs 24/7.
Okay.
What does the bot cost?
The bot is 0.03 Bitcoin per exchange.
Okay. Well, that's different.
So they support Bittrex, Poloniex, and Binance.
Profit Trailer 0.03 Bitcoin they support. What was it again?
Binance, Bittrex, and Poloniex.
So if you wanted to trade on these 3 exchanges, you'd be paying 3 times.
Yes, you pay 0.09.
And so I'm assuming that's what you do. All 3 exchanges.
No, I only do Bittrex and Binance.
So if one goes down, you can't. Okay. And the one robot will operate one exchange, right? So it's like it can't flip.
Correct. No, it cannot. Now you get 4 instances per license. So if you have 4 accounts on Binance, so if you want to do BTC pairs, you can do that. You can do Ethereum pairs, and you can do the US dollar tether pair, and they also have BNB pairs. So you can do one bot. You can buy one license on Binance and do all 4 pairs.
So one license can trade 4 coins.
Well, 4 pairs, yeah.
4 pairs. Well, you know what I mean. For your
They call it your base pair.
Okay, on each one. No, sorry, one bot. So one bot allows you 4 pairs.
Well, let's call it 4 instances for that bot.
4 instances, and
because you can use you can do 4 BTC, you just need 4 accounts on Binance.
Okay.
So what you could do, and I'm not suggesting this to anybody, is that if you had 3 other friends that wanted to use bots, you could all go in and buy one bot.
Okay, I see. So there you go. There's some, because how do you control? It's all run through the same.
Yeah, all you do is register an API through Telegram, your API key, and then when you want to run another instance of the bot, you get that API key and you register that with a license. And then once you've hit 4 API key registrations, you're done. You can't register anymore. So yeah, each person can have their own API key.
Would that allow you to basically trade just one pair at a time then?
Yeah.
Okay, so any other questions? From anyone? So 0.09 per trade, that's $768.
Per trade. What?
The chat there.
Brett, on average, how many trades do you win versus lose with profit trader?
What do you mean lose? I don't.
You don't lose. You hold it, right?
Yeah,
trades.
I do. I do the dollar cost averaging, so I can get out of the bags. I think there's only been 3 coins that I've lost on because they just went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
PPT, Nano, and I think Chat was the other one. The bot bought them, and they just tanked and went like -30. So I ended up dumping those. Those are the only losses I've had. I average, like yesterday I did 1.74%. Today I'm sitting at 1.07% right now, and I'm on East Coast time. So I still have half the day left of trading, actually over half.
So even with those losses, let's say we just this means nothing, guys, but I mean, just to get people just want kind of like an idea. If you were to average it all out, and I'm not sure if being fair since you started because you just started, but let's say you were to average it all out, and you do have some trading technical experience to put into account as well. But what would you say your percentage gain, I hope it is, gain over that time period averaged out? Guesstimation.
I mean, easily 2%. I mean, there's days that I've had 11% gain. There's days I've had no percent gain. And even the ones where I've sold at a loss, I've made it back up, where those are my 0% days.
Okay, because that's, and this basically you said November 25th. So within the November, December, we know that now from December, January, it's been on a decline. So on its way down, it's been trading okay as well.
Oh yeah, it's been great. I've had, like I said, right now I'm doing at least 2% a week on a down market.
Cool. Yeah, guys, just let me address the chat for a sec. Yeah, guys, this is the new structure for this channel, guys, in terms of learning, not just me, blah, blah, blah. We got other people, some of them professional, some of them new, etc. I take everything into context and learn from each one, because when someone new just started with something, you might be interested in it. And so guess what? You're the new person coming in. You want to know certain issues that they are having, etc. That's the new structure of this channel going forward. We got a couple guys on here who were part of the chat. As a matter of fact, anyone that's part of the chat that I see is okay in terms of, respectable. You guys know how I roll. I have no problems bringing you in, asking questions. So I will be saving these. These I will not delete. You will see them on my channel. That's the flow going forwards, because there is good information here, okay? But on top of that, though, guys, please always look at this is not a typical type live stream webinar where this is like these guys, they're here for some incentivized reason. No. They're here to share their experience with these programs that potentially could have been involved in webinars, etc., where they might have an incentivized reason. These guys are just sharing their experience, okay, guys? So this, I believe, is going to be a great channel content-wise. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't clicked the notification bell, click that as well. Make sure you update your YouTube thing inside your phone, because if notifications is turned off, you will never hear about these things. So this will be recorded through YouTube, and you'll be able to look it over. Okay? Lots to say. I mean, it's kind of hard to speak in that. Like I didn't even breathe there. I don't know if you guys were paying attention. So, guys, you got a little bit of just a little bit of a feel for, what's involved in the bots, and it's not like push button really in terms of these two bots. But here's one key thing I got from this. Okay. My big question was, okay, these bots operate on an upward swing. Pretty much anything can operate. Even a normal human being can pretty much get it right on an upward swing, as long as you just hold it. You don't really have to trade or get back in. But the biggest question I had was on a downward swing. And, we'll get to that in a sec. I got another question. But it seems to be doing pretty well. And what are we talking about pretty well? It's what I talked about when I was in BCC, guys. The fact that, okay, he's averaging, for example, 2%. And that's not guaranteed. That could change. But I'm like, okay, 1%. Let's cut that in half. 1% averaging gains is pretty what we talked about in BCC. That seems reasonable, sustainable. That seems something that would work. I always knew that. And so, but here's a question. And you guys got any more question? You guys can throw it in the chat. But the question is, how do they operate on higher volatility, up and down type deal? Have you guys experienced? I don't think you've experienced that yet, or depending on the coins.
Well, I mean, the thing is, volatility is actually better.
Yeah, it's good.
Volatility is better for trading because you can make money going down and you can make money going up. Whereas if it's just a sideways market, it's really difficult to make money there.
But don't you get trapped sometimes? What I mean by, and this is what I'm talking about. You're looking at a chart, for example, just a normal person looking at a chart, and it looks like it's, okay, we're coming out of it, which the bot obviously is not, it reads it like it's coming out of it as well. I'm assuming, and it buys, and then all of a sudden you got that,
Yeah,
sell.
that's why there's stop losses in place when a person's doing a long or a short based on whether it goes up or down. And obviously you do your best to try and read kind of what the short-term indicators are as to where it's going to go in the next couple of minutes or hour or whatever the case may be. But for the most, if you know how to place it, you can make money going down and make money coming up. You just got to read it. So a bot can do that for you pretty automatically once you've got the right indicators in place for the market as it is at that point, because obviously the market can change.
Now, Okay. Now, what he's talking about, guys, for you guys that don't know, like stop losses, because I share whatever I know, whenever I know, and I could be wrong sometimes, but anyway. I'm not sure the profit trailer has stop losses, right, Brett?
It does.
It does. Okay. So, like a stop loss is you like pretty much setting a lower area. For example, so it's the valuation's going up. Okay. Let's say these are candles. This is just a line. So the candles are within this. And then there's your stop loss, meaning if it should go opposite, if the price should drop, you've got this stop loss to sell you out of your position. Okay, it automatically clicks in and it's a sell. It triggers it, and then if it continues to go down, you're not losing any more than what what you're willing to set. And typically, when the price is going up, real traders will raise this stop loss higher, so it's tighter. But they got to be very careful, because sometimes it will come down, trigger that stop loss, get you out of the position, but then it will revert backwards on an upwards. Am I right so far, guys?
Yes.
And then the bot will come back in here, position to buy back in, or no?
Well, that would depend. I mean,
yeah.
You clicked off the top stop loss. You're out of the trade now, and I've seen this. I've seen this happen many times, that the stop loss clicks out. You've sold because you're thinking it's going to go down, but it doesn't. It actually reverts and goes back up. So does the bot trigger here to buy on a? You know what I'm saying? I've seen this so many times.
So yes, it can potentially, if it meets the indicator settings that you have. So let's say the way I have my email line set up, that dip where it hit the stop loss.
Okay.
If it meets the requirements, it will buy back in right after it's sold. So
okay,
yes.
So it will do this. Okay, essentially it will do this. Okay, but out of the box, guys, what's your feel? Okay, like to me, it seems like this one bot, Anton or whatever.io, is more manual type deal. This one here is a little bit slightly different. Slightly different, maybe more. Well, you've been in both. No, you weren't in both, Brett. Were you?
Well, I was in Crypto Hopper.
Oh, Crypto Hopper, which is another one you didn't like.
Yeah.
So what makes this one better in your opinion?
Another thing with the bots, most of them you have to pick the pairs that you want to trade. Like you have to go in and figure out what coins you want the bot to trade and set those coins. Profit Trailer, it scans all the coins available on the exchange, and if they meet the criteria you set for your indicators and volume and price, then it will look for a possible buy on those coins. You don't have to manually set the coins.
It'll pick from any of the coins, top
Yes.
10 or 20 or whatever?
It'll pick all of them on the exchange depending on how you have your volume and price set up.
Anyone on the exchange, even the ones that were just introduced?
Yes.
That could be scary, right?
That's how I got stuck with Nano.
Yeah. See, that feature I'm not crazy about. You guys understand what he's saying, right?
You can blacklist coins, though, which I have a long list of blacklisted coins now, because coins that I thought would do well did not.
Yeah.
I got stuck with them, and it took like a week for them to sell off. Like, no, I'm not a holder. I'm a trader.
Exactly. And the younger a coin is, in its lifespan, the young ones, they have a tendency to
the worse they do. Yeah.
They will go up.
So I go into Binance every couple of days to look at their new coin listing to see what's coming out, and I'll put a blacklist in the profit trailer so it will not trade that coin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds
but
good.
that is actually quite a nice feature, especially if you don't know where the volumes are at, and you don't have to go through each trading pair and find out where your volumes are. I mean, that is something I'm not too sure Antonio has, but at the same time, obviously, it's a bit of a trade-off one way or the other. Fortunately, you can blacklist, like Brett just said. So
yeah. So this is what. Let's go down to the money. This is what I like. You know, averaged out. This is what I'm talking about. Is this percentage that a lot of people don't, you know, like never kind of believe that it's possible and stuff. And like you said, you can get higher and stuff. But I like to average it out because in the end, we want to average things out because that's the real, you know, essentially. Let's just call it 1%. It could be higher, etc. But let's call it 1%, and even that could be off depending upon many factors.
Oh yeah, if you screw up your configuration, then yeah, it could be bad.
Yeah, and if the API had issues, like you say, and etc. So there is, in other words, what he's saying is this, guys. Listen up. There is a risk. As a matter of fact, I don't mind saying there is 100% risk. That is, to me, the best way to approach that. Not some risk. It's 100% risky. So you take that upon yourself and you decide, you know, and this is just, we've talked about 3 bots here, basically. And these are just opinions from the people here that are actually using these things, not just talking about them. They're actually using them. They are not, well, they might be affiliates for it, but
nope,
that's not the reason why they're here. They're just talking about their experience. Anything else you guys want to add before I boot you out?
Well, I can say I'm making more money with a bot than I ever did through BitConnect or any other lending platform. And I will never again give my money to a mining platform, a lending platform, or anybody. With the bots, you control your money. It cannot withdraw. It's on the exchange. The only risk you have really is making bad trades and the exchange going bankrupt.
Exactly.
Which, as we all know, can happen.
Yeah. Or the malfunction of the API, etc. Because at the same time, there's
even then, your money's still on the exchange and it's safe.
Yeah.
Somebody's not going to steal it and run away with it.
Yeah, and I guess you have control if the market bounces up. Like I'm looking, why I'm saying that is because of the big loss. For example, you know, you're on a downwards, you know, big loss, and sometimes it's good to cash out of that loss just to capitalize on the other gains, etc. Because sometimes, like you say, right, bad coin was picked or whatever, it's going to nowhere. You want to get out of it, even though it might be minus 15, 20%, right?
Yeah.
You want to cash out, take that loss because there's other gains.
Yeah, you're going to make it up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's other gains in the other pairs. So it's almost like that conversation where I had yesterday with the ATM. You know, people are saying, are there ATMs? Yeah, you can get it. Are the fees high? Yes, it is. But if the price of Bitcoin is going upwards, sometimes it's to get your money in there. You know, I'm not saying to do it. Obviously, you want to set up with an exchange is better. But sometimes if you want to quickly throw some money to get it there, the gains that's happening in Bitcoin or whatever compensates for those higher rates that you're paying, etc. You guys know what I mean, right? Sorted. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna have to. Is there any questions for these guys? These guys just came on here. You guys gotta go somewhere? No, are you good? I'm gonna go somewhere here soon. Any questions for these gentlemen while they're here? You'll see them in the chat anyway. And actually, you can chat with them in the chat because they're on YouTube. 16 people in here. That's pretty okay for a Tuesday morning when everybody should be at work.
It'll grow. Don't worry.
Actually, Thorium and Brett were doing this all via phone. They're like, hold on. So do you guys have channels and stuff?
No.
No, you don't have YouTube channels. Okay. Playing the undercover thing.
I've got several channels. I don't.
Don't admit that. Come on now.
It's the same thing.
Keep that between us. Can you train us for this trading? Can you train us for this training? You're asking them a question because, well, you know, in terms of me, I'm going to get different people on here saying different things. You're asking them to train you on the trading. I'm assuming them because I'm really not into trading. My bigger question is, do you really want to get involved in trading? Now, that's my question for the people in the chat, because I've been honestly, and they make valid points, right? The more you know about something, the more you can understand, especially with bots, if you're getting involved in bots, The more you can sort of understand what's going on and you can tweak things, etc. But I'm asking the people in the chat, do you really want to get involved in trading per se, learning that whole thing? Because I did learn trading at one time somewhat. And to me, honestly, guys, it's a bad experience for me because I just did not want to be stuck in front of a computer watching these certain things. So the bot is essentially the next step up from trading. So you're not watching all these moves, etc., and trying to get into everything. So that's my question to you guys. Yes, I want to do it. Why? Why, Mariko? Show me the money. I wants to make 1, 2, maybe 3%. Come on. It's all about the money. No,
That's
actually, I love the color of the candles. The candles are beautiful when they're going up. And then when they're going down, I kind of like red, but if I'm holding some, it's not a very good feeling. BP, Profit Trailer has a nice community that shares their, oh, that's what we're talking about. Share theirs configured. That's Brett talking. Okay. Configs. I would not recommend ever buying configs for Profit Trailer. Okay. Yeah.
Don't buy
pre-configured
templates. There's no need for it.
Yeah. And guys, like anything and everything, you're just opening up a new can of worms. Basically, within that, I'm sure there'll be all kinds of different opportunities of people trying to sell you this and try to sell you that. And here's a better way to do it, because ignorance, as I started this program today, is the key ingredient to profit. Okay. The less you know, the more you kind of want to know, and you kind of want to get details. And so you will search, and then somebody will sell you, hey, I got the proper settings, man. Here, check this out. It'll only cost you $50, which it might be good, but just remember, all kinds of people doing that, okay? Taking advantage of you sometimes. It's the wild, wild west, just like the world is. Just don't hand your money to something you don't, have a good feel. That's essentially you have to have a good feel for that. Actually, K Beagle shared something here. Let me look it up. Give me a second. It was up a bit because I remember seeing it and I don't remember. Have you guys heard of the new Dropple? It's in the ICO stage. I might look at this. A set it and forget it type of trading bot. You guys see that? Dropple. Hold on. I'll post it right in.
Where is that?
I'll post it right in the chat as a new. Here's the name of this thing. Maybe look it up, guys. I don't really have too much time to look it up right now, but set it and forget it type deal. There are a lot of those, are there not? Aren't there a lot of bots out there, etc.?
There are a fair amount of bots, but not many set it and forget it type things.
No, eh? Okay. What do you guys feel on set it and forget it? Besides the one you were involved in there. No, you weren't involved in any, were you? Set it and forget it.
BCC was kind of a forget it.
Yeah, we see how that turned out.
I'm not talking about that. That's not actually like, that's a different kind of deal. I'm talking about actually buying a bot or getting into a platform that's what it's 100% revolves around, is the bot.
But could they just be renaming this as a automated cryptocurrency investment platform instead of just calling it lending, which a lot of people are doing now?
Are you talking about BCC now?
It looks an awful lot like a lending platform, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Dropple. Oh, I've not looked at it. Why don't you guys looking at it? Can you share your screen? Let's see if you guys can do it. I think you go to the top or whatever. Anybody looking at it instead of me, see if you can share. There you go. Somebody's sharing their screen. Okay. There you go. So, well, you guys see automatically, you guys, I'm not going to touch this thing. It says investment, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it perfectly.
Yep.
So it's like reduced risk, steady returns, autonomous.
Yeah.
I guess maybe being involved in, but BitConnect has made us skeptical of just about anything that looks similar.
See, to me, I'm not. I get it, but I'm not one of those. Is like, I touched the stove with my hand and I got burnt. Now, therefore, I don't look at any stoves anymore or touch any stoves anymore. I get it, but at the same time,
Sure.
I'm not. It's just, to me, it's just a stove. It's got to learn how to. It's got to work right. It can't backfire and blow up on you. But investment platform might be something to look at. Probably not now, but I think the main thing, guys, with these things is getting away from what it's the security thing. And if this is a bot and they surround it with the bot thing and maybe called the things utilities or something, utility token, I was looking into that a little bit, as far as use, like you were saying, right, Brett? Were you saying, or no, it was you,
Cryptothorium.
yeah, you were talking about like a utility token, Neil.
Yeah, Nio is a utility token that basically fuels the transaction fees on the other trading bot.
This is probably the same deal. This is
Could
probably
be.
the same deal, probably the same thing. Yeah, so anyway, for anyone looking at this, just don't jump on things because you see it. There's got to be some investigation done in terms of, well, first off, for me, it's got to be a community, and who's the community? People that are interested maybe in bots, and people that were interested in BitConnect and stuff like that. So I mean, like, they're everywhere on these lending platforms. And you got to remember, so what's the faith? Like it was said right here, maybe we've seen something too close to this. And so there's the faith level right there. It's kind of spitting it out to you. What's this? Is this your thing? Auto, whatever?
No, this is the Autoneo. Has all the different settings on it and with back testing and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's important to do one's research on these. Right now, ICOs, a lot of them, they drop their value the minute they go live.
Yeah.
And then after that, they might pick up depending on if there's really a community behind them. Yeah. So I've kind of taken the approach of that. Let's watch an ICO. Let's see what happens. See it drops, and then maybe if it drops low enough, buy in at the bottom and take it from there, rather than run the risk of them running away with everything and not even opening their doors.
Yeah, just like trading, basically doing the trading approach to it. Via, where are we at? Hold on. Exit full screen. I want to exit full screen. Yeah. In other words, you're looking at the coin valuation. It doesn't matter. You're looking, okay, maybe this is a different entry point and a different exit. It always changes. So with lending platforms, the same type of deal. So, but to me, it's not. Yeah, I'm kind of sticking away from that stuff because it's the same people. You gotta remember, it's the same community. Not so much the same people running the show anymore. It's the same community that's buying up. And you add the strategy, the same strategy over and over, and then you change it up a little bit, but you add the pain that is associated with all that stuff. And then the buying power is just not going to be there even after the fact. It's not going to be there.
Yeah. I've been very interested in the in self-key personally, just because of the fact that it really does provide quite a good utilitarian function as far as presetting KYCs. So your customer kind of token that can be used on exchanges and on different things to qualify you as an individual, that they know who you are, but you still keep your identity and it's still yours. And they being backed by a Standard Charter and fintech. So it seems like quite a good one to get behind.
Is this an ICO?
No, it's already post ICO stage. Oh, okay. Now it's I got them for 3 cents.
That's good.
Token. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, there's so much involved with anything. It is a learning curve for all these things. But just going in blindly because someone says it's good, that's where people get in trouble. So everyone has
Yeah.
to always take responsibility for their own actions. Look at something, make a judgment call, and that's pretty much it. And understand the risk. The risk is always there. The higher the risk, the more reward. That's the
Yeah,
real world
absolutely.
anyway, right? It's
Yeah.
in the real world. It's not much
Yeah.
different.
There is no reward without any risk.
Exactly. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this. If there's no any questions for these guys, and we're just going to end this. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I liked having you guys here on the panelist thing. What do you guys think of this? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Dino.
Thanks.
No problem. No problem. We always learn like this, right? Because there's stuff where we can't get into everything, and it was a learning experience for me. I'm still looking. I'm still trying to, this is all important to me. And I like the fact at the end of the day, what we're all looking for is a gain without too much headache. So if that can happen, that's what everybody in here is looking for. I guarantee you. Everybody's looking for that gain without too much technical headache. And that will work across the board for everybody, I think.
Absolutely.
Marco. Okay. So I'm just watching, make sure nobody else has everybody's saying good conversation. Very interesting. Everybody's liking it, guys. So is that you guys typing in there? This is very interesting and liking it. You guys liking your own stuff?
No. Just a shout out to everybody watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification.
Awesome. K Beagle, great show. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. This is the direction of this, guys. Hopefully we can do more. Like I just come on board. I just started this live stream. I had no idea what was going to happen. So we were talking about bots and you got some good, valuable information. We went into this trading and then we touched upon, what else did we touch upon? Well, we touched upon potential ICO coming up there, but no, just not play that up or down. So you guys get the scoop. Everybody, I think I enjoyed it. And so who knows when the next one will happen. This is not, it's just a spur of the moment type deal. That's why you want to make sure you click the notification bell. Okay. Because doing that gets you the notifications as soon as I go live on YouTube. And as well, I learned from yesterday that sometimes your app, the notifications is not selected. You want to go to the settings, YouTube app or whatever, and make sure your push notifications is set, okay? So that you get that notification. And then usually we just talk a little bit, and then sometimes I'll pull you right from the chat. These two gentlemen came from the chat. These are people just like you. And they're here, they're talking their piece, and you guys participated in the conversation. I asked some questions. Man, you can't get any better than this. I think this is it. This solves all things. Well, we could get better. If Brett showed his face and Cryptothorium showed their face, then it would be a little bit, better dimension. But I'm not going to push that.
Maybe next time.
I'm not going to push that on them. Oh, that's awesome.
My office is a bit of a mess. I don't want everyone seeing that. So.
Yeah, it's cool. No, I'm okay with it, guys. We heard it. We know you guys are real. So with that being said, I'm going to end this meeting. And so, guys, can you guys do me a favor first, though? I just want to, I'm tweaking this. Can you guys exit? And then you just
leave meeting?
Yeah, leave and then put in the chat there how difficult it was, because I don't really know what it's. There you go. Like, just put in the chat how difficult was that to exit and come in. Was it okay to do this? Late May 1969. Easy. It's easy. Awesome. Make sure you do not delete this. No, I won't delete this stream. You will see it. Okay. Was that a command? An order? Were you telling me what to do, man? Girl, woman, guy? Mariko. It was easy. Good. Yeah. Now I can take this off. Well, that's cool. Here's the cool thing, guys. I can have like quite a few people on here. That can get real interesting. So, you know, going forwards, we'll see what happens. You know, like I might just launch something to a private group type deal or something like, you know, if we get involved in something, then this is somewhere we can kind of get some feedback. The feedback is the most important thing. Whether you're starting something new, right? My whole channel has always been like that in terms of keeping it real. And, you know, there's no point in trying to sell anything to anyone. There is no point in it. I would rather tell you to not buy something. Really, seriously. I would say don't. That's why it's 100% risky. Crypto is 100% risky. Expect to lose your money. Expect it to be sitting in a QT wallet. It's not fun. Expect it to be gone. That's the attitude you kind of have to have, guys. You really do. And if you can do that, then you can come into this crypto space because the opposite can be true. Okay? But don't come in here thinking you're going to push buttons and you're going to do exactly what you're going to get the 2% gains like Brett was getting, or, you know, you're going to get some X amount of returns. Don't. It's the wrong attitude. You got to come in and say, listen, what other choice do I got here? Either I do my job or I believe in something. What's going up in value? Okay, it's crypto. Well, maybe not right now, but crypto has a huge potential. Potential is the key word. Okay, it has a huge potential. So that being said, that means you have a huge potential to earn apart from anything else you do. You can go ahead and start your own business, but guys, starting your own business isn't a guarantee. It's difficult. You can lose a lot of money, time, energy, you know, and you got to deal with employees, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, so take that into context. And if you do that, then you're able to come into this space and you're not going to whine. You're not going to cry. You're not going to blame. You're going to be responsible. And then you understand. And maybe, who knows, you might become a millionaire. I highly doubt it. But if you do, it's there. The potential is there, guys. You can do it. But we can't all be millionaires. I don't even know where that came from. There's a sound coming through my phone. I guess I'm going to end the meeting right now. Chat.